Howdy, howdy, y'all know the deal now. We got new patch dropping in a couple hours, which means soon as that hits, all our old replay codes turn into dust, and I am behind on my VOD reviews. I promised a couple of them, and I have not done a good job of getting around to those in a timely manner. When I say I'm going to do something, I don't want to be a liar, so I'm taking the time it's now 6 in the fucking morning to go and take a look. I think this one's going to be a little easier because from what Ness said, um, doesn't seem like this is as much of like a hardcore there looking for information type vibes. This seems like they just happened to have a game where they were forced onto Kiriko and popped the fuck off and they're proud of it. So let's see this. Let's gas them up. Um, just played a Gold 4 to Diamond 4 game. Banned Mercy and Moira. So she played Kiri. Slayed the fuck out. And I'm so excited to see this. Um, Shit, need to watch this game when I'm free or they'll die? Whoa. Diddly dang dang, I'm glad that I spotted that patch was hitting before I went to bed. So I could take this time to look at it. Let me just confirm. EG. Yep. This is one on Nepal. Let's check it out.
Ready for battle.
Now, Ness is not a Kiriko main, like the player we were looking at in the last game. Ness is primarily, as far as I'm aware, playing mostly Moira and Mercy, which fucking obviously they said they played Kiri because those two heroes got banned.
Don't fret. Stand with me, and you'll have nothing to fear.
No.
And I learned my lesson in the VOD last time. I'm not gonna nit. VOD review, not a code review. We don't have to be assholes. Love it. Nice fucking shot on the Ana. That's big. You can tell she's scared. She instantly went and backed up on that corner. Big Suzu. That took a lot of pressure off him. Switch step out, maybe? Oh, no. Winston just kind of bitches out. That works, too. Nice shots. Good awareness there. I'm actually kind of surprised they took that. That's unfortunate. That was, I could tell you had the right idea in your head. You were doing the things that I would have wanted to do there. It's just you don't play Kiriko as your main, so you haven't spent way too much fucking time going and doing that exact move of swift stepping over and then instantly getting the heals on.
The breeze brings relief.
You look so bored right now. You're like, hey, when am I gonna get to shoot something again? I love how you're just like hard aggressively playing down this main angle, and you're just saying, hey, if you're gonna go and try to cross all this open space, you are going to get shot in the fucking head. That's good. You didn't overheal. I can tell. I remember the last time I did a VOD review for you on Moira, I was a real stickler about overhealing. And it seems like you've taken that to heart, because I feel like you are doing a really good job of healing when it's needed, and then when you don't need to, you're instantly throwing the knives. I love it. I really like the way you're playing the cover, too. You're very intentionally Being super diligent with it. Direct hit SUZUs are always satisfying. Good ult. But yeah, you're being super diligent with your positioning. You're pretty much always playing directly on a piece of cover rather than near a piece of cover. And I can tell you're thinking in terms of moving from one piece of cover to the next. Nice Suzu. Those long range ones are hard. Ooh, this is getting spicy. Hey, when you're forced to do those forward swift steps to get out like that, it's so fucking scary.
Duplication initiated.
I mean, but like, on God, the description you gave was accurate. You're slaying the fuck out, and I love to see it. Let me ask, why aren't you a Kiriko main?
The battle ignites me.
The crazy thing is, this is a fucking, you said gold to diamond, so let's call this a plat lobby. As far as I'm aware, Ness has been vibing like mid gold. You know, like bouncing between mid gold and like dropping into silver occasionally, that kind of area. So this is like a fucking rough lobby to get thrown into. This is a triple rough lobby to get thrown into and then have both of your mains banned. So honestly, just straight up respect for the fact that, like, after that, you're just like, well, fuck it, I heard the Kiri guy is pretty good. Let's play it. That fucking May. God. But yeah, like, I know from me and most players, based on what I've seen the past couple of weeks, most players, their hero gets banned, they are instantly fucking tilted. And I'm not seeing that in the way you're playing, nice Suzu. It seems like you are, like, I don't know, you're playing fairly confidently. Like, it's obvious it didn't really, like, super throw you off. That was an amazing Suzu. Suzu to be able to, I mean, let's take another look at that. Because these are, like, my favorite types of Suzus to toss out. Is when you're in a situation where you use Suzu specifically as a means to deliver healing around a corner using its AoE splash. Super fucking niche. It's weird, and it's not like something you should actively be practicing or anything, but there are situations you can recognize where you're like, fuck, if I toss a Fuda, he's probably going to go and straight behind this corner, and they're just going to eat into the wall. That's the time. Let's watch it again. I totally feel you right here, like, your teammates fucking walking straight through you as you're trying to Afuda, and you're just like, fucking, please let me top you off. I know you're pretty much good, but like, I want to just give you that last little bit of HP. Just let me. I actually want to slow this down. So you see this, and right here you're like, oh, fuck. I ain't got no dang line of sight. Even if he does back up and I can get the Afuda to lock on, if he takes one step forward in the like 2 seconds or whatever it's going to take for the Afuda to fly to him, probably not 2 seconds, that's too much. But if he takes even one step forward, then they're just going to crash into the wall. So, oh, that is actually beautiful. That is actually such a good fucking Suzu. Well played. That is not the type of Suzu I would expect to see out of someone who is not a fucking deep in the trenches Kiri main. Because like me personally, it took me a really, really long time to be able to get any value out of my Suzu if I wasn't right on top of my target. Ah, I fucking feel that too. I I mean watching my stream, I'm sure you see me do that shit a million times, just going, oh, I'm low. Look at the ground. Hmm. I'm low HP and I'm sad. And then you look up and you're like, yeah, no, that I wasn't doing anything. I just wanted to express my sadness at being low HP. Definitely not trying to Suzu. I love watching Kiriko players. All sorts of players out there. And every single one of them, I can find a million different ways they're similar to me, a million different little things that they do that I also do, and also a million different little ways that where their playstyle differs from mine. And
Feels good, huh?
I mean, shit, I think it's made me better at the hero. Ooh, fucking another massive Suzu. Oh, slaying, slay.
Restoring balance.
This is what I like to see.
Like a
Oh,
gentle rain.
again, your positioning slipped for like just half a second, and I could tell you instantly recognize that. And you're like, oh fuck, let's fix this. Let's stand somewhere good. Like this is some real proper diligent gameplay. Oh, that's unlucky. I thought you were gonna be able to get behind it. I mean, honestly, that's how you know this is a fucking diamond lobby, because there's no way a lower level Cassidy would know to go and instantly pop his ult before you're able to get to cover. A less skilled Cassidy would go and just kind of hold it and stand there and just like hope that you walk out and let him shoot you. Um, which I'll be honest happens. I walk out and let him shoot me way more often than I like to admit. Um, but yeah, that's how you know these guys mean fucking business. It's just like I already pressed Q. I'm gonna get the most that I can out of it. And in this situation, that means doing a bunch of damage to the Kiriko, forcing out her Suzu, and making her play under a lot more pressure for the next few seconds. Like I can really tell this is definitely a nice ult. Hey, hey, hey! A little bit of a callback to the last VOD review. If you managed to watch that whole thing, it was an hour long, and maybe about 45, 50 minutes in, I went on a whole bit about how I think being the Kiriko who uses her ult first is almost always goated. Because when you use your ult first, and the enemy Kiriko uses her ult half a second later, your team can go and react to your ult, and they're already pushing forward. So by the time the enemy Kiriko gets her ult out, even though it was literally like almost immediately after you got yours out, that little bit of extra time and the fact that you were the one initiating that interaction means is your team has tempo is the term for it. This is a term used often in chess and in Hearthstone, and basically the idea of tempo is any sort of advantage that you get by being the first one to do something and forcing the enemy to react to what you're doing. And then when they react to what you're doing, what's really great about that is then you have another opportunity to go and make more tempo and continue to be the aggressor over and over, keep pushing them back while they're constantly on the back foot. So I'm willing to bet we've got two Kiriko ults on the ground. If you just looked at this one still frame, you would have no idea what the fuck is going on because this game is wild. Um, but I don't think most players could reasonably make a call on what's going on. But with the context that we know that Euro went out just tiny little bit sooner, I'm excited to watch this because I think your team's about to slay the fuck out. Oh, nice! That's huge, that's huge. Oh. Fucking Kitsune Ray. I like what you did there. I would have tried to swift step away from the Doomfist, but I do often tell people, pretty much anyone, if you don't have a lot of hours on Kiriko, you should not be trying to go and hit clutch swift steps under pressure. You should pretty much always just use the Suzu, which will give you time. It relieves all that pressure, and you have a full half second to where you can look around, pick your target, and line up your swift step. Wait, is it already over? Excuse me? Seems to me
Let's go.
like you absolutely slayed the fuck out. Well played, gamer. That is what I love to see. I absolutely don't want to push you away from taking the Moira crown from Heart because, I mean, I've been proselytizing Kiriko left, right, and center. Um, and I do just think that in general, you'll probably enjoy being a Moira main more, and you'll probably have more that you could learn from Heart playing Moira than you could from me if you tried to go and switch over to be a Kiriko. But like, shit, gamer, you just pulled those clutch fucking Suzus. The one around the corner was like A plus golden star triple S rank. That was like a hard fucking Suzu to land that absolutely played a major role in you winning that round. Um, so keep maining Moira, but now you know if she gets banned out, well, you have proof that you can fucking hold your own as Kiriko in a diamond lobby. So you got that in your back pocket. You don't got nothing to worry about. Thank you very much for sending in the VOD. I really do hope. Well, I guess this wasn't really an educational VOD review. I didn't really teach anything. It was fun to watch, though. I enjoyed it. And I wish you the best. Good luck on your games. And you have a wonderful evening, gamer. Thank you very much for sending in the VOD. Thank you for stopping by. Peace out.